So what we discussed was that we have the choice, and what we do today affects our tomorrow. And we thought basically there are two quotes that kind of sum this up. So one is, destiny is not in the lines of your palm but the grasp of your hand. And what you meet in life is destiny, how you meet it is free will. So we thought those define them separately. And someone also gave this example of 3 different attitudes to free will and destiny. So one is like the example of a log in water, so that just goes with the flow. So that example shows is of a person who believes everything is destiny, so they just go with the flow. Then the second example was of a boat in the water, where the person has the ability to go against the flow, but goes with the flow sometimes as well. And the third was from a perspective of that the world is a stage and we are just actors. So that's about it.
Yeah. Any other group wants to add?
Our group, we summarized it to be that fate is what you bring with you and destiny is what you make of it. So this is what our whole discussion summarized to. That's it.
The last line of the movie is a very powerful line. If you remember, what is the last line? No. Free will is a gift that you will never know till you fight for it. That's the line. Free will is a gift that you will never know till you fight for it, till you apply for it.
There was a contradiction in our discussion about the points which came up, very important point by Karthik, which he said that we don't know our destiny right now. We don't know where our ultimate destiny is. So how do we know that we are changing it? What if we are meant to go there only? So that was a slight contradiction. Then we sort of we came to a conclusion that destiny is what we are meant to be, where we think based on all our past, where we think it would push us, and that's where it would take us. Whereas free will is where we want to be, and so we have the free will to change that. Where we seem to be going, we can go somewhere else as well. So that free will can change our destiny. That was a slight difference.
See, nobody will know whichever way you believe, whether you believe in free will or you believe in fate. Future is anyway not known. Right? So when future is anyway not known, what is the attitude to take? What I am facing right now can be my fate, we can say, based on whatever my past actions. But how I will face it is my free will, which will determine my tomorrow. That freedom we always have. If you look at it from a different perspective, absolutely highest standpoint, then we may say that, yeah, if you believe in that theory that, okay, everything is already set, like the example of world is a stage and we are the actors. In that example, each and everything that the actor has to do is already scripted by the director. The actor has no choice there. But to live at that level, there has to be an absolute surrender. And we don't know how to live at that level. So there are only 2 levels. One is the level of choice, another is the level of complete surrender. Where come what may, I know that everything is going as it is supposed to go. And that's a higher level where every moment one lives only in surrender. And second is the choice that we are making. At every moment we have a choice. Right now you have a choice to sit here to listen. Even when you are sitting here and listening, you have a choice whether to switch off, switch on in the mind. Every minute we have a choice, and those who exercise their choice for the best, based on the knowledge that they have, based on the goal that they have, they are the people who make their destiny, which seems impossible also for common men. Why? Because they are able to exercise their choice, they exert against the circumstances if required, and establish and make happen what they want to have achieved. In spirituality, we always say that between these two levels is a nice balance. And what is that balance? Balance is when you have to make a choice, you make a choice with that attitude that this is the choice I am making. But having made the choice, know that that choice was also destined and that result which has come was also destined. Then there is no conflict. Because while making the choice, if you say, what is the point in making the choice? Anyway, everything is destined, then you can't function. That is also a choice that you are doing, by the way. So best is make your choice with the best of your knowledge, decision-making capacity, keeping your goal in mind, work hard, get out of your comfort zone, do all that. And know that that was also destined. So that the ego doesn't come and say, I made the choice, I was the person responsible for my destiny. That ego doesn't come. And when that ego doesn't come, you are more objective, more grounded.
If we go by karma yoga, it says that what you are today in life is because of your past actions. But what you do with today will decide your future. If you go with that logic, then there is no thing called destiny. Because it's
Destiny is not written by somebody else. That's what at the level of choice when we speak, destiny is not written by somebody else. Destiny is your own past karma. Yesterday, what I did influences my today. Today, what I do influences my tomorrow. That is destiny. But people use the word destiny in the sense of some God is sitting up there and writing something and I have to follow that and all that. So at the level of choice, destiny is your own actions done in the past, which you are facing today. It's a cause and effect. Law of karma is nothing but cause and effect. Yesterday's cause, today's effect. Today's cause, tomorrow's effect. Then destiny is not a separate thing from your action. It is your karma which is building your future. So yesterday's karma is today's destiny. Today's karma is tomorrow's destiny. That's all.
in our discussion, like some people, I think that he is David Norris. Can you categorize him as a seeker? Because if you go by the Vedantic definition, a seeker is one who is seeking for the highest spiritual one. But I think anyone who is seeking may not be spirituality, he is a seeker, right? So somebody seeking to be the best in the cricket or the sports. So he would qualify as a seeker.
David Norris in that movie is the example of a seeker, there is no doubt in that. Externally, whatever one may seek, internally you see the qualities that he had as a seeker. One was he had a lot of inquiry spirit. He would keep questioning. He will not take things for granted. Number one. Number two, he was constantly seeking fulfillment. And the moment he met Elise, that's a symbol of self-knowledge actually, in spiritual terms, gaining which you attain fulfillment. And he felt complete and happy. Number three, he also thought, he came to a point where logic was being used by Thomson to pull both of them apart. That if you both stay together, not only you will not have a great career, even she will not have a great career. But if you are separate, both of you will become world-renowned personalities. So he fell for that logic. But then when the feeling, he understood that neither of them are going to be happy, no matter what they achieve, unless they are together. So that feeling of love and completeness made him go against the so-called plan and make his own plan. So he was very quick-witted also. Every time he would innovate, he would think. You see the way in which he found out where is that Cedar Lake company. He just goes into a hotel and he just asks. For 3 years he travels in that bus. I mean, who does that? Hoping that he would be able to meet Alice again. So consistency in seeking, innovation in thinking, ability to go beyond logic, the intuitive capacity to know that this is what gives me fulfillment. All those qualities are seekers' qualities. Questioning. They say one dialogue comes in, questions burn in him. Till he dies, questions will burn in him. In a seeker's mind, the quest is always on. So these are the qualities of a seeker. So David Norris is a seeker in that. And chairman is supposed to be God. For ordinary people, destinies are as though written. The whole movie is about free will actually. It's not about control. That somebody is controlling my life. The whole movie is about that if you don't use your choice, you will live your life on an autopilot mode. Somebody is controlling. How many people live life like that only? They have no control over their own life because they have no control over the thoughts. That's why yesterday in the first lecture we said, not take charge of your life. David Norris is that example of that. That person who can take charge of one's life and say that this is my life will be what I decide to do. And even if something else which I don't like or I cannot accept has come, I will deal with it as a master, not as a victim. That's life. Last one, third question. You don't have free will but an appearance of free will. Yeah.
Hariom, I'm from the Agni group, and the question is, you don't have free will but you have an appearance. So we believe that there is free will, because according to us, free will is one's mind or what person one believes. Whether it is his destiny is already there, but it's his method of going that is his free will. If you believe it's there, then you can do it. And we also believe that it's upon the human qualities that help you take up a decision. Like David Norris, we noticed in the film, was very courageous to take the decision. In the last minute, he was able to go and convince her not to get married. So we believed that there were people need to be courageous enough to take the decision.
Right. Anyone else in the other groups, any other points to add? Yeah, come on.
Hariom, I'm from the Samatvam group. So we actually thought of this, the world's a stage, that example in addressing this question. So we felt that, to quote an example, one example we discussed was from Tolstoy. And he says that in a mechanical clock, all the gears themselves, they just rotate about their centers and they feel that's their free will. But in a way, they are all connected to show time, which none of them actually know individually. So there is a bigger force which is controlling things. And even another way we discussed was that when you look at nature, we're able to categorize nature, find laws in nature. And even though individually each element in nature thinks it has a free will, but there's a natural law which it's all following. Same thing also applies to us. However, we also was, through that example of that Indra's, the cow and hand story, that Brahmin, we said that if you want that theory, then we should be uniform in applying it, not selectively apply it, then it will not work out. And aside from that, we also discussed that in another sense, this appearance of free will is also that that many times we are so influenced by what we see from the world outside that we don't really have free will even in that sense. Even from because like the example of subliminal advertisements or things like that which were done. So our subconscious is being bombarded all the time. So many times we think we are making a choice, but we were all forced by some external factor to take a choice. So even in that sense, we only have an appearance of free will. So those are the points we also discussed.
You have to tell that Indra and hand story because they don't know.
So there's that story by Ramakrishna Paramahansa that there was once a Brahmin who had a garden which he very meticulously took care of and cultivated. But once an old cow came in and destroyed most of the garden. So in anger he went and hit that cow. So and unfortunately the cow was old, so the cow died. So everybody said that Go Hatya is a big sin and all that. Then he wanted to find a loophole. So he said that as per Shastras, this right hand or whatever hand is in the control of Indra. So because right hand hit the cow, it is Indra's fault that the cow died, not mine. So then Indra got annoyed when he heard of this. So he came as this guy and asked him that, oh, it's a wonderful garden, how did you make it? So he said, I made it with my hands, I watered the thing, with my hands I put the fertilizer. Everybody kept saying my hands, my hands. So then Indra says, oh, so you made all this with your hands, but the cow was killed by Indra. So that is a danger of not applying this theory of destiny. If you want to use it, then you should use it uniformly or else not use it at all. That was our session.
See, in the movie, anybody else wants to add any other point? So in the movie, that line, you have free will, you don't have free will, you have only an appearance of free will, is being used by Thompson to make David Norris drop his quest to be with Alice. It's just a mind game that he plays. It is not that we don't have free will. As we said earlier, at this level we have the free will. But the point that he made is important is the consistency. Either I operate at this level of choice, even in the subliminal advertisements and all that, I have a choice not to engage myself in brooding over it. I have a choice not even to see it. I have a choice to shut it off. Choice is always there. But the sad part there is that we don't recognize that we have that choice. By default, we are conditioned to go with the flow. So the movie is about recognizing that I have the capacity to choose, and by choice I can make my destiny. No matter what I have been till yesterday, I can be a totally different person tomorrow. That is what is the main takeaway from the movie. Such an impulsive person, that impulsive person transforms into a rational person and into an intuitive person. That is one of the transformations of David Norris. So how did he do that? By his own effort. So all of us have that capacity to transform at our level. Only at the highest level we can say that we don't have free will, we have an appearance of free will. At that stage, then you and I are no more identified with this body. We assume a different capacity that we become the director. If you are living at that level that you are the director and all these are only roles, including this one individual, then this question only will not arise. Which means you and God are one. That's the highest level. But till we have this feeling that I am this individual, choice is our freedom which has been given to us as human beings. So the movie has many other different aspects. If you like, you can watch it again and think more about it. There are many beautiful points in that movie. Now coming to the adventure part, we did 3 activities: rappelling, trust fall and this valley crossing. What were your learnings through these? So we said it's outdoor experiential learning. Yeah.
I think the first step of all the activities is the most difficult. Even for the rappelling, when we got onto the ledge, after that, even getting onto the ledge and that first step was the most difficult. After that, things follow. Even with the trust fall, the first few steps are crucial to establish your balance. And even with this, the point where you leave the solid ground and you're hanging.
Suspended.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so one aspect is that initial steps appear difficult. What else?
When we initially go down, we have some fear that we might fall down or something might go wrong. So we need to overcome the fear. We need to train our minds to that level that we should be able to control our fear at that moment.
Yeah, fear is a big factor. And fear can go by one very important aspect. I'll tell you that.
And before starting any of the activity, we have to make up our mind for any of the activities that we are going to do. This precautions we have to take, this we don't have to do, this we have to do, and etc.
Yeah, so make up your mind, prepare yourself well, go ahead and do it. She's in 8th standard, by the way. And they have done all the activities and everything very well. Yeah.
I think before starting any activity, we need to calm our mind. Because the first thought that comes to our mind is, oh, I'm not going to be able to do it. Oh, I'm going to fall. So the first thing we have to tell our mind is, just go and do it. Don't think about the consequences, just do it.
Don't say I can't do it. Think of ways where you can do it.
Yeah.
That's a mind which is strong. Strong mind will always find solutions
Positive approach.
positively. Even in the problem you see solutions. And tell me one thing, fear can go very easily the moment you have trust and faith. If you have to just have the trust in the organizers and faith in the people who are there, will we allow any harm to happen to you? Will we actually take you up and throw you down and allow you to die? We are not responsible for your parents or what? So all precautions would be there on. Some risk is always involved. But that risk factor is always backed up by safety guard. In everything. Whether it is here you have enough harness there, even in the rope. In that rappelling actually nothing can happen to you. As he told you, even if you want to commit suicide you can't. Because one fellow is controlling you from down, one fellow is controlling you from top. And the whole, even if you don't trust these people, they have tied it to some other stronger source, which is a wall, which is a huge rod and all that. They have tied it to pillar. Nothing can happen. Unless you imagine too much. That suddenly that pillar gets broken and this happened, that happened, hard I fall down. It will all never happen because they have 2 levels, 3 levels of safety. So just that much, one thought has to come into your mind that the organizers would have taken care of my safety. I should just go and do it. It's over.
Intellectually we understood very rope can take 1,200
Ah.
kgs. But in spite of that, it takes little more of an inspiration to
Correct.
overcome that.
1,200 kgs man that can lift. You and I are what? Still we doubt.
I will fall, I will break my leg, hand, something. But then that's the point where we should say, no, I'm not going to think, I'm just going to do it without thinking.
Yeah, some places you don't need to think, just do. You know, in rappelling, why we find it difficult, some of us? Because it is not according to our nature. We are used to bending forward. We are not used to leaning backwards. So you have to lean backwards in rappelling and you have to let go. We are not used to let go. We are used to catching. It's a very nice spiritual exercise. How to let go. In life, if you learn that point, how to let go, you are through. You should know what to hold and what to let go. That's all. What you need to let go, if you hold, you are stuck. And what you actually need to let go, what you actually need to hold, that you let go, again you are stuck. Many nice points are there in rappelling actually. Next time you do rappelling, some of you do rappelling. Don't do slipping. That is the second level, commando rappelling. You know what is commando rappelling? Here you are facing the trainer up and you are coming down like that, no? Facing the wall. Then you stand like this, face the ground and walk down. So on a vertical wall you are walking like this. Right now we are walking on a horizontal wall like this. No? Just that the wall is made vertical. Then you have to walk down. That's how these commandos come down. If you see in this, when the Taj was attacked and all that, how they come down, that's commando rappelling. Tuck, 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 tuck. They walk down actually. What we have done is not even like 1% of actual rappelling. You know how much people rappel down, huge mountains they rappel down. And they'll go like that. Once you know the art of letting go, rappelling is a joy. Easily you can do. So rappelling teaches us how to let go, how to have faith, how to go beyond your nature. Generally we are used to leaning back, front, how to lean back. Trust fall. What is the learning in the trust fall activity? First learning is
Concentration.
concentration.
You make the mind stable.
Try to trust your people.
Main thing is trust the people, that if you fall, they'll hold you. Second is, even in the trust fall, your connection with that rope is most important. All the time you have to be connected. It's your responsibility. In grappling, it is not like that. You are already tied. In trust fall, you have to hold that rope. That rope is the symbol that you need to get connected to something higher at all times. Otherwise you remain at ground level. You connect yourself to anything higher, and then you should know how tight that grip of yours is. And you move. As you move, that rope will keep swinging. The world is like that. You hold on to anything higher and you want to achieve that, you will encounter so many different obstacles which will come. It will not be a steady ground, but you keep moving. And sometimes you need to know when to let go. After half the rope you have crossed, then you slowly loosen your grip. It's a nice activity, trust fall. You can learn a few things from there also. And last one is this valley crossing. What is our learning from that? They will pull you. That is, we have less time here. Otherwise, we would not allow them to pull you. You have to do. Many people held that carabiner and just came. Nice swing it was happening. Yeah.
An effort to reach the success point. Yeah. If you can reach your goal, you have to do it.
You need to put your efforts to reach the destination.
God of Guru will give us an initial push, then we have to hit the line.
You can say that. Till half the road you are pushed. After that you are your effort. In a trustful activity, moderation also is a moderation, balance is a learning way. What we spoke about yesterday. In this activity, there are other different types of learning skills. In this you are safe, you are harnessed, and you are coming down actually. Actual activity is supposed to be either it will be flat or you are going up. Here we were doing it down for a different reason. But otherwise you have to actually put in a lot of effort, and it is not easy because your blood flow comes to the head. So you have to maintain your balance and your speed, because for a long time if you remain, the blood vessels will, the brain can burst. Here is a very small patch, so nothing would happen here. But if you see the way the Uttarakhand disaster was managed, so many places it was the valley crossing. The army soldiers have actually lifted people from that side and crossed the valley using the ropes and brought them on this side. So it is a very good method actually, where in rescue operations also it is used, and otherwise in speed, in the strength of your hands and your muscle, your shoulders. Fine, so these outdoor activities which we do, there are learnings to be done from it and applied in our life. And all activities, they look very nice from the ground. Nobody would have imagined the trustful activity to be so risky. People would think that rappelling is more difficult, this trustful activity. It looks deceptively simple. But you can get injured more in the trust fall than in the rappelling. So what it looks, it is not that. What they say in the English, the taste of the pudding is in eating it.